Hello. It's Thursday night. Mrs. Red here for the live drawing night. We are doing Julia Roberts' portrait at the moment. So this is part 3 of Julia. I'm not going to rattle on too much because I just want to get straight back into it. It's been a week since I've actually worked on this drawing. So I will change the camera over to this one, which is kind of bumping my head today. I don't know how I've set it up. I've kind of set it up right where my head goes, but it's a pretty solid tripod. So hopefully we will be okay and I won't bang it too much. I'm just changing the camera now. And I'll also throw on the chat there as well, so I can see if anyone joins. Someone has, which is nice. So the image that I've got up at the moment is still the black and white one. I do have a color version as well. It's looking, it's all good. I'll just bring that to there. So size-wise, I want to keep it to about this size tonight because I'm going to be working on first the mouth and then I'll be actually working on the rest of it. So I might even zoom out a little bit. I can just see a cat hair sitting on her cheek there. Okay, so a couple of things in regards to where I'm at with this. This is part 3, so it's I've been working. There's 2 hours of work done over 2 different Thursday nights. I still feel that her nose is a little bit too long, and I had to make the decision: do I erase all of this here and bring the nose up again, or do I remember that it's been a long time since I've been drawing? It's actually the first drawing I've done without a grid, and maybe I just need to suck that up and hope that it doesn't change things too much, and that's what I've decided to do. So I'm not going to rub the nose out. Yes, it is a little bit too long. One thing I did change though, I'll just get a pencil so I'm not putting my finger over it. This area here was a bit darker, and I used my trusty kneadable eraser. Whoops, I'll bring that down. The trusty kneadable eraser, and I just lightened this area here, and it helped bring the distance between her nose, because that's the other thing that I kind of feel that I still haven't got right, is that there is not enough distance between the 2 eyes. And it's just a practice thing. This is what I'm doing this for, to get back into drawing for myself. I guess there is that little pressure that it is on camera, but that's what I decided to do, is actually do this on camera. And that is Daphne. Hello, Daphne. Daphne, you've just reminded me I need to add you to the Wine and Untangle email that went out today. Thank you for joining tonight, because I would have forgot otherwise. I just sent the email out today for this Saturday's class, so I hope you can join that. So I'll do that in the morning for you. Anyone else who joins, let me know who you are and where you are from. Obviously, I'd love to get an international audience happening as well. Anyway, so I have done a little bit of warm-up sketch as well. It's a little bit bit hard to see here because it is all very light, but I have basically just added in her in the forehead area there where the hairline starts, and also down the bottom here, just a bit of her neckline. Now you'll need to use your color image to do the neckline and around her. I'll just bring that out. As you can see, if you compare the color image to the black and white, you can see that we've got a lot more detail in this area here, and on this side as well, and it's probably going to be easier to do hair from the color version. If you don't have a copy of this, that means that you're not on my subscriber list. And Daphne, I've got to check that out for you as well, because I don't think I've put you on the subscriber list. Because anyone who's on my database for the website, which is, the details are below in the description, anyone who's on the database receives the image the night before. So every Wednesday night, you'll get the images. All right, so what am I doing here? Okay, I'm going to hit my timer so we can get moving. Looking at 1 hour drawing again tonight. And I'll just move my mouse out of the way because I need space right here. Okay, let's get into it. Let me think. I need to go back to, what am I doing? Oh, I'm doing the teeth. So I might stick to the black and white, which is on there. And when I go to the hairline and everything, I'll swap the image over to the coloured one. So teeth are interesting. I might even, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to jump to a different screen. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. When you are drawing teeth, there is a right way and a wrong way. So I just want to really zoom in so that we can really focus just on those teeth. There we go. Oh, okay. I forgot about the image. I might bring the image down a little bit just so that you get a good, hopefully that's going to, I'm just seeing for for focusing, whether it's getting too confused. Sorry, I might just jump out a little bit. There we go. All right, we'll go for there. Okay, so teeth. Like I said, there's a right way and there's a wrong way to doing teeth. The right way is really easy, and the wrong way will always look wrong. So I have already drawn in her mouth, the shape of her mouth. And although it looks like this bit here is her bottom lip, that is actually where her teeth are. So I need to change pencil. I'll go to a 2B. That tends to be a bit of a favourite for me. I do have my drawing glove on too. So the purpose behind this glove is basically so that I don't move graphite around the paper, and it's just a nice soft surface. And these gloves are not specific to drawing. You can pick them up. I'm not sure where you can pick them up. I got this one with my wetsuit. So swimming wetsuits are different to surfing wetsuits, and this one came with gloves, and I thought, perfect, I know what I can use those gloves for. All right, so with her mouth, again, always looking at what is in front of you, not what you think is in front of you. So left brain as such, because it's the right brain is the creative side, left brain is the analytic side. The left brain would want to draw her teeth right in the middle here, right sort of in front of her nose. But we have to look at Julia's portrait, and if you notice that the center of her nose actually does not match up with the center of her teeth. So straight away, that is the first thing. We need to start that center line a little bit to her left, or to our left. So with that, we're looking at roughly around there. I don't think you'll be able to see that little mark that I put there. Now, here's where we start drawing teeth. You don't draw down and draw around like this to draw in teeth. You're actually looking at just this negative space down the bottom here, and we're putting that shape in. We're not going up to the top of the lip here at all. We're just sticking down here. So it's going to look a bit weird when we start this. But they form very, very quickly as well. and her teeth are just above the bottom lip. Now, where does that next one go? That next one comes about there. Keep looking at your reference picture. Definitely, I'm not sure whether you actually have the reference picture. If not, I will be blowing the image up a little bit more once we've done the teeth. Now, as you can see, there's quite a defined line going up there. You just ignore that for now. We're not worried about that line. We're just looking at the bottom of the teeth. Keep looking at your reference photo. See where everything lines up. The next tooth lines up roughly just to the side of the nostril, and there's quite a big gap there. I'm not sure if you can hear my music in the background. I just put YouTube music on so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. And actually, I may jump to the right. I'm going to change the image over to the color one. There we go. I wish I could just crop in on her. I don't think I can though. I'll leave it up that side. I want to try and get it up as large as I can. Okay. So you are just blocking in here. So don't use a too heavy pencil at the moment. Just working out where I am. There's that there. That one goes to there. And the rest of the teeth end up shading exercise once you've mapped all this in. Now going this side. So this tooth needs to definitely just come out a bit further. Get my eraser in there. One day I'll get a camera on my own self as I'm drawing, and you'll be able to see where my left hand is, which is following her teeth on my printout, and my head is constantly turning to the image for guidance to know what I'm drawing, because you're not to think that we're drawing teeth at the moment. We are filling in a space that's got a lot of darks and lights, a lot going on in there. And what will happen is we will end up drawing teeth. So I'm just going to fill in all these little areas here now that sit just where the bottom of the lip is. Just still with the 2B pencil. Not going to go too dark. Still doesn't look like teeth, does it? Looks a bit weird. Sitting here again reminds me I've got to get this new chair. The one that you sit forward and the weight goes onto your knees. I had one before and it got too old and the fabric all tore on it, and it just wasn't expensive enough to replace the fabric. I just got rid of it. And I can feel, because I have to lean forward and keep the paper still, I end up putting a bit too much pressure on the lower part of my back, which at the moment does not need to have any pressure. Because I actually have major spinal surgery coming up in 3 weeks' time. So I won't be here for a couple of weeks after that. I have a hopefully benign tumour growing in my spinal cord, which over the years has just caused a fair bit of pain. Okay, so I'm going to do the top of the lips now. Sorry, not the top of the lips, the top of the teeth. So there's not much to work with. It's very, very much little tone and shadow, but they will form the tops of those teeth. And this is where you can put the little lines in as well, if they're there, which the front two have barely got anything. You can't really see her gum line at all, but you can see where the teeth start to curve around. And as you get to the sides of the teeth, there's actually no definition at all. You just get shadow lines, and they'll get darker as well. I think I should go to a 3 or a 4B to get those shading in. Does it start? Yeah, it's starting to look like teeth now. Okay, and then again here it's going to end up being shading. So there we go, there's her teeth in. Oh gosh, I don't know whether it's starting to look like her or not now that I've put a bit of definition in. So I'm going to start attacking this top lip here as well. I'm going to go to a 3B, start putting in the shading for this top lip, and that will then just go straight into the teeth. And I'll have to use my blending tool for this as well, just to smooth it out, which is what I've done for the last 2 sessions as well. and white again. I might jump back to the black and white again, just because we just need the tone of those lips. We don't need to see the detail of them anymore. So what I've just done there, I've pulled out the black and white again because I needed to see the colour was not really showing me what the difference is between the lip and the skin tone. So that's why it's always good to jump to a grayscale one, because you can see that the lips end up darker than the skin tone. So that just helps guide us in knowing that we've got to make them a little bit darker. And get a bit of toning in the cheek area as well. I'm hoping to get all of the face finished tonight so that I'm starting on hair and getting her finished before I go into hospital. So there's no drawing next Thursday night because I'm actually at a business expo for the whole of Thursday, and I think I'll just be too tired to sit down and relax and draw. And then there'll be one more week before the surgery. Okay. Just blend all that in. I'm enjoying using this paper, which is a bamboo paper. It's got a high percentage of bamboo, small percentage of cotton in it, but it is it's got a bit of texture to it, which I can't say I'm too used to when it comes to drawing in graphite pencil. I've always drawn on illustration board, if anything, and it would be the smooth finish, not the rough finish. The texture of this paper is a little bit more rough than, say, just a cartridge paper, which is the standard paper for drawing sketchbooks, unless it says it's something else, which this one is. Okay, just getting that tone in on that top lip. And I'm going to jump to a 5B to get this end bit in, because I know that has to be darker. And out this side, I probably haven't put her smile line out far enough. So not a lot I can do about that now. Kind of just have to work with it. Okay, jump back to the 3B. Just grab a glass and a drink. On the sparkling apple juice tonight, trying to fool myself that I'm drinking cider. I reckon I could almost fool myself if I enjoyed a sweet cider, but I don't. I enjoy a dry cider. Now, I've got to give these, I'm going to go to a B. Where's my B pencil? I'm just going to go to a B to do actual shading in of her teeth because they are not crisp and white. There we go. I'm not putting any pressure down on this pencil. I'm literally just letting it tickle the paper. There we go. Sorry guys, don't know how long that, it hadn't been long, but my image had jumped away from the screen. Sorry. That's why I keep looking up, making sure everything's okay. No good watching on if you can't see what I'm doing. It's only happened once before, but it actually alerted me with a weird message, like a voice message. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the 5B again and get some dark areas happening here. I feel like I need to just angle her a bit more. Just darkening all of that there. And that is pretty much how we do teeth. Now I've still got a bit of tone that I've got to get happening in here. Just touching the surface. Okay. Now that one there. Okay, I'm just going to use the kneadable array. Sorry, not the kneadable, the blending tool in here on a teeth because the 5B, because of the texture of the paper, it's kind of made it very rough. I'm not sure whether that picks up or not. And then I may go over the top with the kneadable eraser and just pull a bit of that graphite back off the page. Yeah, because it's given her quite dark teeth now. The blending tool is always going to make things just a little bit darker because it's pushing the graphite into the tooth of the paper. So I'm not putting any pressure on the blending tool at the moment. I'm just pushing the graphite around, and obviously there is graphite on it. As you can see, it's quite dirty. So now, because it looks like she has been a smoker her whole life and has got disgusting coloured teeth, I've pointed, and I'll have to be quite even with this. And then create a new point. There we go. Oop. Sorry, not doing much talking tonight, am I? Just concentrating. All right, so I will continue on with the bottom lip, and I'm using the B again, or maybe I should do the 2B. No, I'll do the 2B. Just have another drink. I feel a bit thirsty tonight. Excuse me for the slow SM. If you pick that up, I've got ice in the glass and it's still quite full. Now I might just draw a bit more lip in here. Actually, I might just redraw the bottom of her lip in because it feels like it's just not wide enough. So we want that to be a bit further down here. I do aim to bring all these nights together, like edit when it's finished, put them all together and edit them, speed them up so that you get about a 20-minute drawing. It's something I can't do live, obviously, and I am not a fast drawer. Like I've said before, I'm not fast at anything. Slow cooker. Don't do stir fries. The only sports that I really do is ocean swimming, and a few years ago when I was swimming 4 times a week, I would say I was an all right pace at swimming, but I'm only swimming once a week at the moment, so I'm slow at my swimming as well. Right, what am I using the 2B? I'll still use that a bit more. So there's actually quite a nice shadow under the lip. So I'm not going to put that in just yet. I'll get the shading of the lip done. And get the blending tool out with a cat hair on it. Courtesy of Florence, the black cat who lives in my cupboard. I've said this story before on here that she was a rescue cat. She was left dumped on the vet's door, and they put it on Facebook. Who's interested in a black cat? And I had put my dear old black cat down only about 3-4 months earlier. So I put my hand up and said it's time for a new black cat. And she's beautiful, but she's very scared. So she lives in my cupboard. She's always lived in the cupboard ever since we got her. And she likes to walk across this table. So there's always cat hair on my table, and I don't have a problem with that. At least she's got a better life now. And I've had her for about 7 years now, so she's not a young cat anymore, but she certainly doesn't look old. She would have been about 1.5, 2 when I took her in, according to the vet. She was just left in a box with a note. So I guess it's better than just dumping her on the street. I think she came from a single female who had kids with no men in her life because she doesn't like men. So she likes my 2 sons, but she doesn't really like my husband. Okay, how am I going for time? 20 minutes to go, and all I've done is the mouth. Told you I was slow. Alright, I will have to start putting the skin tone in under the mouth now. I'll leave it quite zoomed in for now because I'm only going to be working down in this section, but I will go back to the 2B and just start very lightly putting in some skin tone. If I get the chin and the forehead done tonight, then I guess I'll be happy enough with that. And leave the hairline for 2 weeks because I will be away next week. Well, I won't be away, I'll be here, but I'll hopefully be very knackered. I think that chin line might have to be a little bit lower as well. I drew that in last week. Use the H for that. Okay, that's and then back to the 2B. There's some nice bits of tone that come into the cheek area. The chin area. Just tickling the surface with a 2B, not trying to make any lines, definitely not putting any weight down on it, just letting the 2B, the darkness of it, be enough. And that will help me with this bottom lip area as well. All right, I'm just going to jump to 3B. So my husband is not watching footy tonight. He's watching, oh gosh, what's it called? It's Ozark. Excuse me for the slurp again. There's still some ice in there. Yeah, he is into that Ozark. I am not. So he only gets to watch it when we're both not sitting by the TV. Just get my mouse out of the way because I need to use that space there. What time have I got left? 13 minutes. Yeah, so once this Julia one's finished, I think I'm going to just start on new portrait again, because I enjoy doing portraiture. It's a good way to just brush up on my own drawing skills. I think I'll just do another celebrity again, maybe a guy. Don't know who. There was no particular reason for picking Julia. I'm a fan, and she's also, to her credit, kept her natural look. At least it looks like she has. I didn't put any tone into this area here last week, so that's why I'm just coming back over it. Apart from just a slightly longer nose, I think it is looking like her. I need to use the blending tool again soon. There's little tones that are very subtle on her skin, but they're so important to see them as well. Give the skin a bit of shape so she doesn't look too flat, because she could very much look too flat in the chin. You don't really pick it up. My back's just hurting a little bit from sitting forward. I think what I should do as soon as I finish here is order myself that chair so I don't forget, because I'm going to need it after the operation. I'm really going to jump to my blending tool then, but I'm not finished. I want to put all these little shaded tonal areas in before I go to the blending tool. I might have to move it around about that way. Now I'm going to lean over her face, so I will just get a piece of paper. There, make sure you always protect your work. Even though I'm wearing a glove, I still don't want to be moving my hand over where the graphite is. I'll just move that up a bit. Sorry about that. "3B", I'm still using the 3B. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, finally got over the urge to use my blending tool too quickly. Yeah, I don't know about hearing Ozark coming through the wall. The TV is on the other side of my wall, which is behind me. And yeah, it's not the great. It actually had insulation in it for that reason, and it doesn't work. Not much I can do about it now, though. Okay, how's that looking? Right, good. I'll bring it around that way. I will zoom out eventually. I'm just pretty focused on continuing down the bottom here at the moment, though. And what time are we on? Oh, 3 minutes. Okay, I don't want to scare myself with my alarm. Yeah, you can really see where that's all been done with the blending tool. It looks almost a bit blurry, but it's because it actually looks a bit blurry on here as well. So I need to sort of go over that area there with the blending tool. I think I'm nearly ready for the first bit of blending tool. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can pick that up. There you go. That has come off the bottom of my glove. So I will just, whoops. I might take the glove off. It's probably too dirty now. Better off not using that and just using the piece of paper. There we go. 3B. So what was I up to? I was just about to. Now, what I will do is I'm just going to bring Julie's face. Actually, I might just zoom out a little bit. How does that look? It's a bit better. I still will zoom out more. Oh gosh. Scares me every time. Scares me every time. Alright, Julia, I think I'm going to get the blending tool out now. Let's put some smooth areas into your chin. Now with the blending tool, again, you're not really putting any pressure down because you're not really wanting it to push. You're not wanting to darken it too much. By just lightly going over the top of it, I am pushing the graphite into the paper, just creating a little bit more of a smooth look. But it will naturally transfer graphite around as well. So just like the teeth, we may have to go over with the kneadable eraser. I may have to go over that bit with a bit of pencil again. I think that maybe that's what that area was actually needing. Because everywhere else I've gone over with the blending tool and then gone over it again with the graphite. Oh gosh, her face is looking dark. I wonder whether that area was not putting the paper down on top, but maybe last week I did press down on her. Yeah, she's looking quite dark. But then she kind of does have to have some, it's a graphite sketch. So we'll just go over areas now, and I might just go over some of this area. What it was missing. Actually, I'm going to remove a bit from there because there's a little bit of a highlight happening. There we go. I feel like I have somehow smudged this area unintentionally. If I'm going to get in those dark areas, I need to move to 5B again. Just having a look at it on screen as compared to what I've been looking at. Definitely that nose is too long. Anyway, can't do anything about that now. It's all part of it. Need to work on this area here. That's looking just way too flat. So we will now move to the 5B. I don't want to do that. I want to go back to the 3B. 5B was for the teeth area. It's looking a bit better. The music I'm listening to on YouTube has got a crackling fire in the background. Thank goodness it's not a hot summer's night here. I don't think I'd be able to listen to that. But Queensland, it is our winter right now and we are having a cold start. Okay. I'm going to zoom out so that I can see it on the screen. There we go. Wow, doesn't look anything like her. I remember when I had just done the eyes, I thought the eyes were looking really good. It was really looking like her. I need to put in a bit more tone there. It's hard when there's no neck, no forehead yet. So I'm going to carry on and get a bit of the forehead done now. So what am I going to do? I'll have to just go back to the controls, zoom out a bit more. There we go. All right, let's have a look here. Back to the 2B. Now, I hope that I'm not going to, I might put down 2 pieces of paper. And hope that I don't hope that I don't smudge her face at all, because the palm of my hand, as you can see, is going back and forth and maybe one sheet was a bit too light before. So again, I'm just putting down a first layer very lightly. I just want to put her forehead in. I don't want to leave it blank, even if I have gone over time. This won't take too long, let's hope. No, it shouldn't. There's a little less tone in her forehead than there is in her chin. And I'm not sure if I'll go out to the hairline. The area is very dark. Okay. It's kind of hard to do this hairline area when I'm not doing the hair yet. Don't want to go too dark, but it is quite a dark outline as well, so I guess there's not too much problem in doing that. It's not as obvious in this image of the vein that Julia has a bit of a signature on her forehead. It is there, I've just shaded it in, but it's not really obvious. When I was choosing this picture, this portrait of her, wow, some of the other ones you can really see that vein. But they probably were ones that were taken at an awards night. She had a lot of makeup on and just didn't have such a natural look going on. And when you're drawing in graphite, you're not really wanting to go overboard with the makeup. So once I've finished this, which is almost done, I will use the blending tool on it and call it a night. So she's going to have a bit of an odd look to her, a bit alien-like. I'll definitely add a few more pieces of paper to lean on while I am doing her hair, because I'll absolutely be putting the pencil straight over the top. Oh, that's not looking too bad. Bit of tone happening there. It's going to be hard to go 2 weeks of not drawing again. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that very easily. You never know, I might just make a dash to the live next Thursday night if I'm not too buggered. And you just have to watch it back in replay. But I'm not going to commit to it. Not an early start. It will be a normal day start. Get the kids to school and then go off to the expo, set up. Actually, I probably do have to be there fairly early. Ooh, gee whiz. You can see those lines. Okay. To be I feel like I need to make her eyelashes a little bit darker now. I might do that now. I'm going to go for a 6B to do that. really start to go into a very, very soft graphite when you go to a 6B. That's better, much better. Trying very hard not to put my hand down on the drawing. Such a soft pencil. I will sharpen it in between this eyebrow and the other eyebrow. Oh, that looks so much better. Look at that for a difference. And I can see that there's a bit more shading required around there yet as well, which can happen. Okay, I'll just quickly give this 6B a very, very small sharpen. Maybe I made a skin tone too dark. And that line's a bit too harsh there. Okay, that looks better. Then we'll go to the 3B. I now want to put in a bit more darkness. I just wonder if I'm going too dark. Don't want to go too dark. Still so hard not knowing without that hairline, but I think I'm going to call it a night on that. Hour 30 in total, and yeah, 25 minutes extra. 3B. Okie doke, so there we go. Finished drawing for the night. Sorry. Bring that right down, and no, it's too hard to set colour on. There's a lighter version, but her face is too pale for that one. That's why I darkened it, and that's the one that everyone else got. Can't see her eyes well enough. But there we go. I don't want to spend 2 weeks away, so we'll just see how we go. I said that last week, that I didn't want to spend a week away from it. And all of a sudden it's Thursday night again. Okay, I'll turn it back onto myself quickly. FaceTime. There we go. Hiding behind my camera there. All right, so there we go. Thank you for joining in. Let me know if you've got any questions. My email address is in the description as well, and as well as the website where you can subscribe so that every Wednesday night you get the image that I'm working on Thursday night. I am meant to be doing a Friday afternoon kids project as well. Not going to say that's not happening, but I just found it a little bit hard for doing one a week and then converting that one into a blog post, a lesson plan, etc. So I'm going to rejig that. Might be one art project a month and just move it from there. But the Thursday nights is working well. I've enjoyed that and I've been doing it for now since I think the start of February, so that's good. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.